thing. Leela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, Prosh, you know you're not talking about it all the time. That friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well,
You allege, too, that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she
messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that.
Nicole Murphy has always carried herself like a queen who doesn't mix with drama. She's known for keeping her circle tight and her lips even tighter. But when it comes to LisaRaye McCoy, it's like these two can't breathe the same air without tension exploding. Their friendship has been dead for years now, ever since LisaRaye straight up accused Nicole of sneaking around with her then husband, Michael Missick. LisaRaye didn't hold back either. She went public calling Nicole a homewrecker and claiming she had a habit of chasing married men. It was messy, loud, and unforgettable. But here's the twist. Nicole didn't waste her breath clapping back then. She just went quiet, played it classy, until now. Because rumor has it that behind the scenes, Nicole might have been doing a little snooping herself, this time allegedly around LisaRaye's new man. Oh yes, people are whispering that it was her quiet way of getting revenge for the humiliation she faced years ago. And let's be real, whatever's happening now between these two isn't just petty shade, it's personal. The history, the betrayal, the pride, none of it's been forgotten. Folks in Hollywood are already wondering if Nicole's done playing nice because from what insiders are saying, she's done letting people drag her name without consequences. Let's not forget how this whole feud blew up in the first place. LisaRaye was the one who fired the first shot, calling Nicole out after those infamous photos surfaced of her kissing Antoine Fuqua, who just so happened to be married to actress Layla Rochon. And baby, when those pics hit the blogs, the internet nearly broke. Nicole claimed it was just a friendly moment, but no one was buying that excuse. It's been chaos between these two ever since. That whole Antoine Fuqua scandal left Nicole Murphy's image in shambles. People were saying she had plotted to destroy Antoine and Layla Rochon's marriage just so she could slide in and claim him for herself. It was chaos. Blogs, gossip pages, and talk shows couldn't stop dragging her name through the mud. But when LisaRaye McCoy decided to pour gasoline on that fire, she didn't just spill tea, she poured the whole pot. Word on the street is that back when Nicole was engaged to Michael Strahan, yes, that Michael Strahan, LisaRaye allegedly sent him proof that Nicole was up to no good.
Is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know? And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know? We should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Some say it was messages, others whisper it was photos, but whatever it was, it made Michael hit the brakes fast. Their wedding plans crumbled right after that, and before anyone could blink, that engagement was over.
Here's the thing, Leela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, Prosh, you know you're not talking about it all the time. That friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, LisaRaye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Layla Rochon's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after LisaRaye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
When people asked LisaRaye why she was coming for Nicole so hard, she didn't sugarcoat it one bit. She said Nicole had been creeping with her ex-husband, Michael Missick. toxic while he was still married to her. That cut deep because Nicole wasn't just some random woman. She was supposed to be a friend. Imagine trusting someone with your secrets, your home, your family, only to find out they've been sneaking around with your man behind your back. No wonder LisaRaye is still heated years later.
True, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you got a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
Not that part.
That mean, I don't know. You know, meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. You know, the manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, you know, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, you know. And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him.
But here's where it gets messy. LisaRaye told folks she's moved on and doesn't want bad blood since she and Nicole still move in the same Hollywood circles. Sounds mature, right? Well, apparently Nicole isn't buying that act for 1 second. Sources say she's fuming that LisaRaye's out here running her mouth like she's the bigger person while pretending to play peacemaker.
And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, you know, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, you know, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, you know. And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
You know, it was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, you know, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
Nicole allegedly feels like LisaRaye's using her name for clout. And if that's true, then we might just be seeing the start of round 2 in their long, ugly feud. If LisaRaye thought Nicole getting with her ex-husband was the ultimate betrayal, what came next had her completely done with Nicole for good. Because, baby, the streets are still talking about how wild things got after that.
It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And
you're talking about when LisaRaye got involved and said you slept with her husband.
Yes, and it's not true.
No, she talked real breezy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That was the Turks and Caicos king.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
bed with Roxy, so
it has nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
Back around 2011, whispers started flying that LisaRaye had found herself in a new situationship with none other than Pastor Noel Jones. Yeah, the same Noel Jones from Preachers of LA. As soon as those rumors hit the blogs, LisaRaye tried to shut it down quick, saying he was just her spiritual advisor, a close friend helping her find peace and balance. But let's be real, Hollywood doesn't buy just friends that easily, especially when there's chemistry involved. Now here's where it got shady. Pastor Jones didn't rush to deny anything. In fact, he let those rumors simmer. On his own reality show, they even teased the storyline about whether LisaRaye could really be First Lady material. Cameras followed their flirty moments, side glances, and deep talks, leaving everyone wondering if they were secretly dating. And while Noel later clarified they weren't officially together, insiders still swear they were seeing each other for real, and that things were starting to get serious behind closed doors. But just when LisaRaye thought she'd found a bit of calm after all the drama, guess who allegedly swooped in? Yup, Nicole Murphy. Word is, when Nicole found out LisaRaye was getting close to a man she knew personally, she decided to stir the pot one more time. Insiders claim she started getting cozy with Pastor Jones herself, sliding into his circle and making sure LisaRaye felt that sting. And from what's being whispered, Nicole didn't even try to hide it. She allegedly told mutual friends, "If she can mess with my life, why can't I touch hers?" Talk about cold. Apparently, Nicole felt like LisaRaye deserved a taste of her own medicine. And now, LisaRaye's been keeping her distance, refusing to even acknowledge Nicole's name in interviews. It's clear, whatever peace they once had is long gone, and there's no coming back from that kind of betrayal. After that whole Pastor Noel Jones situation, the tension between LisaRaye and Nicole Murphy hit a new level of quiet hostility. The kind where no one says a word, but every move feels like a message. What's even crazier is that people close to both women claim the feud didn't just stay personal. It started bleeding into Hollywood's social scene. Events, red carpets, and charity galas turned into silent battlegrounds where these two couldn't even be in the same room without sparks flying. Sources say that at one industry brunch, LisaRaye showed up first, looking radiant in white, only for Nicole to arrive minutes later wearing the same color, and people swore she did it on purpose. That's when insiders started whispering that Nicole's subtle shade game was unmatched. Instead of firing shots online, she was all about quiet moves that made statements louder than words. It was elegance mixed with petty, pure Hollywood. Now here's what made everything even messier. LisaRaye wasn't about to sit back and play the victim anymore. Around that time, she started opening up more in interviews, hinting that certain women in the industry pretend to be classy while destroying other women behind closed doors. Everyone knew exactly who she meant, even without saying the name. The blogs ate it up, and once again, Nicole's name was back in the headlines, even though she hadn't said a single thing. But behind all that glitz, both women were reportedly fighting their own silent battles. Nicole was still recovering from her image taking hit after hit. First the Antoine Fuqua drama, then the LisaRaye accusations, and she was desperately trying to rebuild her brand. Meanwhile, LisaRaye was trying to move forward, balancing her acting career with her spiritual life, but she couldn't fully shake the resentment that Nicole's name brought up every time it came around. And the craziest part? People in their circles say the drama isn't dead, it's just gone underground. Every so often, something small happens. An Instagram post, a subtle like, a cryptic caption, and fans instantly know. The Cold War between LisaRaye and Nicole Murphy is still very much alive. What really turned this feud from silent tension into full-blown chaos was how their mutual friends started getting dragged into it. Hollywood is small and everyone runs in the same circles. Stylists, PR teams, event planners, even personal trainers started picking sides. Some people say that's when it became impossible to ignore the beef. Because anytime Nicole and LisaRaye were scheduled to attend the same function, somebody mysteriously canceled or changed their plans last minute. One insider spilled that Nicole once confronted a close friend for hanging out with LisaRaye, calling it disloyal. That conversation allegedly didn't end well, and it caused a chain reaction that split their social group right down the middle. Suddenly, people who used to celebrate birthdays together were blocking each other online and avoiding joint appearances. Meanwhile, Nicole's focus on rebranding herself as the elegant, unbothered businesswoman wasn't helping either. Every time she posted something glamorous, the comments filled up with people bringing up the old scandals. And when LisaRaye dropped a cryptic post saying, "You can't heal while sitting next to the person who hurt you," everyone immediately assumed it was a shot at Nicole.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment, it's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. they gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.
Industry insiders claim that both women are tired of the drama, but neither one is willing to back down first. It's turned into a battle of pride and reputation, where silence has become the new form of shade. And even though years have passed, the tension still lingers in every glance, every event, and every headline they share. After everything that's gone down, the internet made one thing clear. They are not riding with Nicole on this one. People online were calling her out heavy, saying she should have just walked away once LisaRaye stopped bringing her name up. But instead, Nicole's actions only made the drama louder. One comment that went viral said, "Nicole Murphy is way too gorgeous to be that messy. Sleeping with your friend's husband? That's low, no matter how you spin it." Another person chimed in, "How do you go from being cheated on by Eddie Murphy to turning around and doing the same thing to someone else?" Fans couldn't believe that someone who'd been through public heartbreak could turn around and dish out the same pain to people she once called friends. They said Nicole's more focused on keeping that hot girl image than protecting her real connections. And honestly, the receipts people have been pulling up online don't make her look innocent either. Even though Nicole's been keeping quiet lately, the damage might already be done. Her silence is only making people speculate more, and that's never a good look when the internet's already turned against you. But now I want to know, do you think Nicole Murphy was justified in getting her revenge, or should she have just let it all go and moved on? Drop your thoughts below because this one's too juicy not to talk about. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you never miss another wild Hollywood scandal. I'll catch you in the next video. And make sure you click the one on your screen right now for even more celebrity chaos and drama.